Weekend update with
Big Dumb Harry. Thank you. I'm Big Dumb Harry, and this is the news. The Emmett vs. Murphy card was last night and has already been officially named the most boring UFC event of the decade, beating out PowerPoint night at Rose Namajunas' house. Fans reportedly begged Dana White to switch it to Power Slap just to spice things up a bit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Torres Finney won his fight with a total of just 4 significant strikes, which is also exactly how many fans stayed awake until the decision. The real loser? Anyone who paid for ESPN+. After beating Josh Emmett in a convincing decision, Lerone Murphy wants to fight Brian Ortega next. Ortega's team is on board, saying, "Perfect! We've been trying to get him some more boxing defense lessons." Now for this week's fight announcements. Garry has taken a short notice fight against Carlos Prates in just 3 weeks. Experts say this is the first time since Ian's been married that he's made a decision without asking his wife. When asked why he took the fight on such short notice, Ian Machado Garry said, "Because when your wife controls your diet, your social circle, and your last name, the only freedom you really have left is brain trauma." O'Malley vs. Merab 2 is official. Sean O'Malley is getting an immediate rematch with Merab Dvalishvili, despite losing the first fight, not fighting since, and not asking nicely. Dana White justified the fight by saying, "Hey, someone's got to sell these pink hoodies." In unrelated news, every other bantamweight just quit and started a podcast. Manel Kape vs. Brandon Royval has been rebooked for UFC 317. Fans celebrated it as the first black versus Mexican race war that they can watch without feeling too guilty afterward. In other news, Javier Mendez says Merab Dvalishvili only won his fight with Umar Nurmagomedov because Umar couldn't stop him from showboating, which is a weird way to say we lost. According to Mendez, Merab won because of showboating. MMA analysts agreed, saying some fighters lose to pressure and others lose to vibes. Mendez went on to say, "Umar may have lost, but he's still my special little guy." Henry Cejudo chased down a hit-and-run driver this week. Tom Aspinall congratulated him and added, "If you've got any free time, I know another one who got away." In an interview this week, John Jones said he hates Tom Aspinall because he's annoying. And now, experts say they've discovered a brand new way John can make him stop talking. It's called a fight. Apparently that's something John used to do. Joe Rogan said this week that shots to the back of the head should be legal. Experts agree, especially if you want to make fights more exciting and fighters more dead. This just in, doctors say the back of the head is where the brain lives. So that seems okay, I guess. In other news, Meta is helping the UFC with its fighter rankings, which makes sense if you trust your title contenders to be ranked by the same people who suggested I join a Facebook group called Men Who Crochet in Silence. UFC assures fans this means rankings will now be decided by the best possible method, drunk uncles commenting under highlight videos. In unrelated news, Mark Zuckerberg now gets front row seats at every Mackenzie Dern fight. When asked why, Dana White said, "Guys, he just gave us like $300 million. Shut the fuck up." Jack Della Madalena started a GoFundMe so his training partners could attend his upcoming title fight against Belal Muhammad. When asked why the UFC wasn't covering it, Dana White responded, "Look, if they wanted some fucking flights, they should have sold some fucking whiskey." And that's the news. Fucking hell.